Actually, it's not my first time in Morocco. I came to Tangier many years ago when I was thinking about shooting some of my movie Naked Lunch here. But I've never been to Marrakech until now. And I had heard how wonderful the festival was here and what a wonderful city it is. And so I'm very excited, very delighted to be here. Oh, it was very lovely. I mean, very much a lot of enthusiasm for my films, which is always lovely. A lot of knowledge of my films, and a really good response to the screening of my new movie, The Shrouds. It was really quite lovely. I felt a really strong emotional attachment coming back and forth between us. So it was quite wonderful. In my last movie before The Shrouds, Crimes of the Future, there is the mantra, body is reality. And I think that's true. Our understanding of reality comes from the way we see, the way our eyes work, the way our sense of smell works, the way we hear. What we think of as objective reality is actually not objective, it's subjective. You might have a dog beside you in the same room that you are, but the reality for the dog is not the same as your reality. The way that the color, the sense of smell, everything is different for this other animal. So it's the body of us that is creating our sense of reality. And when you think of it, if you're a director, what do you most photograph? What do you photograph most? It's always the human body, the face, the body. That is our subject, is the human body. So I think really all directors basically are obsessed with the human body in that sense, because it is our material of our art form. I think the philosophy comes naturally out of the drama. It's the interaction of the people, and each character has a desire to find a way, a sense of meaning in life, and immediately that leads you into philosophy, I think. So I don't really come to filmmaking with a philosophy that I say, this is the way you should live, this is the way you should not live. I don't think of myself as a prophet or a teacher. I am just saying, I have thought these things about life, I've experienced these things about life, and I invite you, the audience, to come with me and see these things and see what your reaction is. That's the way it feels to me. Film, for me, is my way of developing an understanding and a philosophy of life. And I create characters who take an approach that maybe is somewhat fantastical, but is perhaps possible. And so I really am exploring my own understanding of human condition, human existence, through my films. That's basically my approach to filmmaking. I've always felt that technology is not something that comes from outer space, the way people thought of it in the 1950s, that aliens will bring new technology and it's very inhuman. I think technology is completely human. We are the only creatures who really create new technology, and it's always, to me, an extension of us. The voice, through the microphone, glasses, telescope, these are all extensions of our body, and to me that is, so technology has always been a part of social human life, and therefore you're always dealing with it in your movies. It seemed very natural to me. So I don't really think of it as a separate thing. I think it's just, as soon as you are dealing with people, you are dealing with technology. Well, a lot of people, of course, because part of the subject of the movie is grief. A man's wife has died and he's dealing with his grief. But I don't think of art as therapy. I don't think, some people have said to me, has your movie made you come to terms with your grief? Has it been some kind of catharsis for your grief? And the answer is no, not at all. It hasn't changed that at all. It's just my way of reliving some moments of my life and some questions in my life, but it is not. It's not a medical. It's not therapeutic. It's something else.